Will you look at this? Will you look at this? For those of you guys that have been waiting for your own very Gallantian rock, guess what? Guess what? We have rocks in stock now for your home gym, your mantle, your desk, your shelf, or maybe your pillow in your bed. You can use these rocks as a pillow. That's how great these are. They're very versatile rocks. They're one of a kind. And I have not sold any for a little while because I've been out of stock. Funny enough, out of stock. So now I have them in stock and they are rare. I'm telling you, you can't find these rocks anywhere. Remember, the rocks are rare. Trust me, they're rare. I mean, you can't see anything, right? Can't see anything. They are only exclusively available through Natural Gallant Bodybuilding. So send $995 to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com through PayPal, Visa. You could just show up to my house, give me an envelope full of cash, that's fine. And you can have one of your very own mountain rocks. Remember, these are rare.
Train the muscles, not the joints.
Totally forgot what I was going to say. Absolutely 100% forgot. Oh, now I got it. So it's pretty standard to get programmed into the fact that you have to train certain body parts first before training other body parts. And there are very practical reasons for this. For instance, say you're trying to hit failure in a compound lift, and if you fatigue the smaller muscles first, it'll be very difficult for the larger muscles to hit failure. So say you're doing bench presses, but you fatigue the triceps first or the front delts. Well, there's a good chance that your chest is not going to hit failure because the delts are going to hit failure long before the chest does because you've already trained them ahead of time. So because of this, we start to develop patterns where we always train chest first, then go to delts, or always train back first, then go to biceps. And I agree with this to a certain point, but at some point you're going to notice that there's going to be great strategic reasons to train in a weird order or a different order than what you're used to. I'm going to be so rich. So rich. Oh my God. Look at this one. This one's worth at least like $1,000. At least $1,000. Oh man. 2,000, 3,000. Oh my God. Ah, yeah. I get a good pump from that. Oh, nice. Maybe these things do work. I like it. Yeah, maybe I'll develop a new training program. The claw method. Ah, the claw. You're seeing bodybuilding history right now. The claw method is being developed from exercise rocks. Fly like eagle, Danyasa. The claw method. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Now, one of the examples of this is, say you do have a weak body part, such as a tricep, or say your shoulder is weak, right? Say you feel that you need more delt development. Well, maybe it does make sense to hit delts first before you train your chest because you're trying to also stimulate the shoulders as much as possible during your bench press type movements. That's a pre-exhaustion technique we're all familiar with. But another reason might be because, say you're training shoulders and arms, and you notice that every time you train shoulders first, then when you go to do biceps, you're noticing that your delts are hitting failure before your biceps can, so they're hindering the intensity that you can place on your biceps. Right? Because the shoulders are screaming in pain. You're like, shoulders are burning, so the biceps not hitting failure. But the shoulder is because you already did some shoulder presses or lateral raises before you got to your bicep training. So because of this, you may want to switch it up from time to time and start with biceps first or start with triceps first and see how your body feels different because of it. And you definitely want to start with a body part that you feel is the weakest. So say you have really bad triceps and you're doing a shoulder workout and a bicep workout and triceps together, say you're doing something like that. Well, it makes sense if you have weak triceps to start with your triceps first and then go into your shoulder training and then realize that the shoulders will then help you, especially when you're doing pressing movements, will help you hit failure in the triceps and the delts, possibly at the same time if you've pre-exhausted the triceps. I want that one. I want that rock. One thing I notice too, when I do bicep curls, a lot of times my delts, because they have to stabilize the joint so aggressively because of my labral tear and stuff, I notice that my delts start to hit failure or they start to basically burn and they're so busy stabilizing that a lot of times my bicep has a lot more contractibility to go, but the shoulder is screaming and it's on fire, so I can't do any more sets. So what I try to do is to make sure that I don't train shoulders first if I'm going to train biceps. Sometimes I'll train biceps first. Sometimes I'll even train biceps before I train chest, because chest also includes the delts. And I find by doing so, I'm able to be more intense on the bicep. So this is a very easy technique to incorporate, but understand that there's no real right technique except for the technique that's right for you based on how your body's developing. So once you start thinking outside the box and you start playing around like this, it actually becomes quite fun, right? Because you're like, oh, I wonder what will happen if I do this. I wonder what will happen if I do that. And yeah, if you could do it safely, especially when it comes down to training, muscles like arms and stuff like that. The only thing that I wouldn't recommend training first really intensely is the core before you go to do heavy squats or heavy deadlifts. Because the core, when it's fatigued, then it doesn't protect the spine, and then the spine has a tendency to snap, right? So you want to make sure that you have 100% of your energy available when you are doing aggressive whole body movements. So that's the only time I'd say, yeah, it probably makes sense not to train, at least not train intensely, those stabilizer muscles first before you're going to use them in a really heavy lift. Now guys, if you want to see more of this concept, I'm going to show you on Rumble. I'm going to make a video vlog, and I'm going to put the link in the description of this video that you can click on and take you right to Rumble, the Natural Gallant Bodybuilding channel on Rumble. And there I will take you through a workout where I actually apply this principle and show you how the mountain does this thing, this concept thing. And yeah, buy some rocks. So yeah, I hope this helps out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com, and thanks to the Patreon supporters, and take care for now. Natural Gallant.